Hey girl, hey. I'm so
Hi.
excited we're doing this.
I know.
Before I hit record, I noticed that you seemed a little flustered, so I was curious what's going on.
I love my dog, but
Oh God. Oh.
yeah.
When did
So
you buy those?
in August, I mean, I'm on the verge of crying. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's like a major purchase for you because you always think I'm crazy with stuff like that.
I don't like spending I like having like a nice thing, but I don't need to have a lot of like super expensive stuff. So like that's like my nice flip flop that I can wear with go to church and go on vacation. Like you pair it with shorts or you can pair, you know what I mean? Like address anything. And it's for some reason, I swear to you, this dog knows my stuff. She knows that it's my shoe.
She's like,
And
mommy's foot smell.
I went to Costco. That's all I did. And I came back and Sam's like, I gave her a treat, which if I knew. And he was like, you may not want to do that. And I'm like, what? And he goes, I'm not even going to say it. You got to go upstairs. And I'm like, Sam, you need to tell me right now. And he's like, I need you to just go see it
Hold
yourself.
on. Oh, came home from Costco after the damage was done. She saw you. She got a treat.
Yeah.
Before.
Mm-hmm. I know. I know. She totally hosed me, and she was so happy to see me. And then I went upstairs after Sam said something, after the treat, after the hi baby, all that, and she ate. Wait, hold on, this one too.
Okay, how's that one?
This one I just bought. Like,
Tell me that was a less expensive shoe, please.
It is. Well, I got it at the J. Crew outlet, and it was on sale because everything at J. Crew is like always like 50% off, like the J. Crew outlet. Anyway, though, but still, like if it was $20 or if it was 50 or 100, like it ticks me off. Anyway, we're gonna have a nice call today.
Thank you for not totally losing it, because before I hit record, you guys, we have been talking about doing this for a while, and we finally decided to move forward and do this today. And I thought, oh Lord, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this. Yeah, two different pairs.
I'm like letting it. I'm like personal development.
She took an EHC, so she should be better here shortly.
Personal development, take over.
Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're really excited. We decided randomly recently that we were kind of bored with the same old video trainings that we do for people or do for the team and share things with. So we decided, we're two goofballs when we're together. I'm just being honest. And we get tickled a lot and laugh at each other a lot. I mean, sometimes I can't even look at Shelly because we'll be thinking the same thing. It's really funny. But we decided, why don't we do these together and make them, just kind of light and fun and very, very real. And we're just going to sort of get to the meat of everything with you guys. So that being said, we thought we would start with our new system that we put into place, I don't know, 5 weeks ago or so. And it's funny when you get a couple leaders, it's like herding cats, because everybody wants to work together and everybody gets excited about, oh, less of me and more of you. And we sort of split the whole entire big piece of pie that we have to put out there for the teams. But it's like herding cats. I mean, just trying to put a calendar together with events on it with these people. It was, you would think I asked them for a kidney. So anyways, look, she's sinking in her seat. So we haven't even honestly discussed this beforehand as far as what Shelly thinks of the system. I mean, I'm pretty certain she likes it, but tell us what you think, Shelly.
Okay. So I am a systems kind of person. What I mean by that is like, I like structure. I like knowing that's why a planner works for me, because I can look at my month or I can look at my week. I can have my days kind of planned out. And I, like many other people, like you pack a lot of stuff in your day, whether it's work or working out or doctor's appointments or spending 3 hours at Costco to come home to ripped up shoes. I mean, whatever it is, like time gets taken away from you. So I need to know that whatever I have going on that week is like, this is a checkoff list for today. This is a checkoff list for tomorrow. And this system allows us to do that. So in the beginning of the month, I have my reminders to meet with people to, set goals and whatnot. I have my Friday reminders to follow up on my new start calls and talk to them, talk to the new starts and things like that. But, I love systems because to me, it's a checklist and it keeps my brain organized.
Yes.
And honestly, I just feel like I work smarter,
Yes.
less harder. So, but you know what? I don't think they even know what the system is yet. So why don't you tell them?
So, it's obviously from a leadership standpoint, it would be a little bit different than somebody would have with maybe a small team. But the bottom line is picture like a printed up calendar and everything that you want to get done for the month that's really, really important and relative to where you are in the business, and taking it and putting it all over this calendar. So there's no more thinking. A lot of times thinking causes people to be paralyzed or it overwhelms people.
That's me.
I think it's safe to say you and I both love to be we like our brains to be in activity mode. We're not real good at sitting around thinking, and we get bored, we get overwhelmed, we get worn out with it, whatever. So we want to get to work, and we want to do things that are smart and not waste our time with things that don't make sense. So it's kind of, going to buy your nice little clothes January 1st to start going to the gym again and thinking about what workouts you're going to do. Both of us would be like, oh my gosh, just throw on the same shirt you wore 6 years ago to CrossFit versus, back whatever year it was, and the pants that have a little hole in them from Olive or Bella, our dogs, and just get your butt in the gym and get it done and quit thinking so much. That's kind of like, what is it that's going to benefit me, the actual workout. So that's kind of the way we work. So the calendar is set up to where the things that our teams need every week, we wouldn't be able to do by ourselves. So I herded the cats. It was like 6 people. Now it's up to 8. And we're all splitting these things that our team needs every week, which is the half-hour power hour, new start, restart trainings on Wednesday, and Thursday is usually a Facebook Live pop-up challenge. So it's everything you would like to do all by yourself every week. But if we did that, then we would strongly lack in other areas. So we've both been really excited about it. And it's, even the first of the month, a lot of times people don't marry the month. So the first of the month on our calendar, there is something very specific that we have to do that has to be done in the beginning of the month, or it's just not going to be effective. So I'm super, super excited about it. And I've been getting great feedback from everyone, seeing different trainers and getting that consistency that they need every week.
Tell them about how it's worked in your business since you've been doing it longer. Like what kind of results have you seen?
So I've been doing it a little bit longer, and my organization's really big, if you didn't know, and I work in places that make sense for me, just like a lot of you guys do. So one of the biggest places that I work in, I've been really driving it hardcore, and our new starts went up 4 times. So crazy.
That's incredible.
From one month to the next. This wasn't even like at the end of a 90-day run, our new starts had gone up 4 times, and 90-day runs are amazing. But I'm just saying the consistency, I think it all goes back to consistency and doing things that make sense that will grow your business, which are high payoff activities. So 4 times the BPs in 1 month, and our GQV went up 39% from 1 month to the next, which if you just look at your GQV right now and almost double it, your GQV from last month, how would that feel?
I mean, that's like a significant difference for many, mmany, many brand partners.
And
that's multiple rank ups. I'd be super happy having 39% increase.
It's crazy. And I mean, another great thing that I can point out is it's not a product promotion that's going on. They didn't have some big promotion for recruiting, those types of things. So that's really exciting to me. So anywho.
You know what it is? It goes back to, Erin, it goes back to, it's not anything that the company has never talked about, like that we reinvented something, or it is literally the things that they've always taught us. You know, unfortunately, people get away from it sometimes, and all it is bringing things together and putting it into your personal calendar.
Right.
So you have a rhythm. You know, yes, there's a Neura rhythm, you know, like they talk about showing up to this and making sure you sample that and read this and be all those kind of things. And that's true. Or to, you know, get third party tools and follow-ups, and that's a rhythm. This is the rhythm when it comes to, from our perspective of getting goals set for people and helping them follow through, and then also giving them an opportunity to schedule in high payoff activity time.
Right.
The half-hour power training.
Half-hour power hour. It's kind of a tongue twister.
It really is.
But we had to say half hour because our power hour, that would not work, obviously.
Right. So what is it? You tell them what a half-hour power hour training is.
Well, you were saying it best. We were talking about it earlier. Shelly really likes it because if your day was crazy and let's say you work full time and your kids are crazy or whatever, that's 30 guaranteed minutes of time that you're going to get in the trenches and you're going to do the high payoff activities. And the fun part is, I don't know why, obviously this is a psychological thing, but when you do it with other people, it's easy, or 90% easier than if you're by yourself. It's so weird. So the other night, here's a good example. So I did the half-hour power hour, and I had people come to the half-hour power hour Zoom with their list to call people. And it was so funny because you could have seen their faces. They were like, oh gosh. And I'm like, leave your camera on. And it was just amazing. Like, I've never sat down for 20 minutes straight and just hammered out the phone calls. Mm-hmm. And this is something that has been duplicated for decades in our business. When technology got so good, we got away from picking up the phone, and it's worse than ever. So I was really trying to kind of pull that back in and show people, okay, you can do this. This isn't something that you can't do. And people, when they see somebody that they know, and they see the number, when you call them, a lot of times they do actually answer because they're like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard from Shelly in a while. What's going on with her, you know? So if it's somebody you call every day, you know, they might skip your call and call you back or whatever. But it's really been super effective. I mean, in fact, I have over 3,000 in personal sales this month because honestly, it was horrible. The day that the shampoo and everything came out, the hairline, I'm in the car for an hour and a half driving that day. And I was like, I have got to get home. I've got to work. Like, it was driving me crazy. And I was like, what can I do? What can I do? I can't text. I can't do anything right now. Can't use the Hit 'em Up app.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, Erin, you can call people. And that's where it all started. And now I've been kind of a calling fool. Like, if my phone, I'm sure there's a statistic or percentage on my phone. My phone's probably like, why is she using me so much? But it's been wonderful. So we've really tried to push that. We've seen it work for the Facebook, or I'm sorry, the Zoom that we promoted. And then obviously it's worked for me. And then recently Shelly and I and Randa and a few other leaders actually drove that at a retreat. So we had some hands-on activity where people had to go make calls. So it went really well.
It was. So it did. It went really well. In fact, I got a sale just in that half an hour. I think I told you that, from just making that phone call at the retreat. Yeah. You know, just so we can wrap this up and keep things in a nice, tidy, quick little video. The great thing about this system too is that you, as the brand partner, know that on Tuesdays, it's going to be activity time. That's where you schedule that into your calendar every week. And you know that for 30 minutes, someone's going to be giving you different activity driving ideas and verbiage and a lot of time to do that, right? So that's what's great about Tuesday. And on Wednesdays, it's a new start, restart. So let's be honest. We know that sometimes life takes over. Something happens where people feel like they're out of the loop. that's an opportunity to invite someone back to who might just feel a little distant. And that is a structured kind of a structured call. So once you get on once and you kind of get that new start or restart information, if you start executing, you're moving on. Now you're getting into that half hour, power hour, and you're doing those pop-up trainings.
I think, and I know you agree with this, I think it's great third-party validation, because if you just signed up a new brand partner, if you just funnel them to that Zoom, either at noon or 9, we are going to take care of a lot with them before you ever talk to them. And it's going to cut your game planning down in the beginning with them to like a 5-minute game plan.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I really like that part.
And then Thursday's a pop-up challenge that, just usually on your team's Facebook page, you'll see some sort of Facebook challenge that you just pushing you beyond your normal thing that day. So none of this is to take over and to, be something that you can't control. It's too much. You're so sick of it. It's really supposed to just help you do the things that you're probably already doing anyway, but in a very focused and an intentional way. And so just remember, Tuesdays is the activity day, Wednesdays is the new start call, and Thursdays are the pop-up. And we have flyers that go out every week with whoever's running them with the information, right?
Right. And we only have awesome people doing those trainings. There's like 6, actually it's up to 8 now, but we're very careful on, we're not just going to put whoever in front of you guys. So these are very well thought out trainings that we're very excited about. So
well, I'm excited that we're doing this little, conversation / training. I think we have a lot of subjects that we want to cover. As we were kind of chatting about the different things that like we need in our lives and we are hoping that other people need. Don't be surprised if you hear a little random conversations along the way, because that's what makes us real. And, a lot of times it's banter. Like we're just trying to, we're discussing ideas.
We talk through stuff a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I will tell Shelly something and she'll be like, wait a second, I need a second. Okay, let's talk about this.
Absolutely. So I look forward to doing these more with you, and I would tell our audience, whoever decides to watch this, which I hope many, many people do, be on the lookout for these two faces coming at you again and again and again for more information, more fun conversations.
Yes, definitely. And I'm going to just end it with, if you're thinking, gosh, what they're talking about sounds great, I wonder how I could duplicate that for my situation, I would recommend beginning of the month or whenever you have time, print out a blank calendar. Think about how many customers you want to get that month. Think about how many brand partners you want to get that month, and go through and mark up that calendar. And that can be your business calendar only, just for Neora. And it might really help to keep you on track. And there's something to be said for each day when you put an X through it, because you've accomplished it and you move on. So it just puts your head in the right headspace. I hope that helped you guys.
All right. Well, on to many other subjects in the future about, obviously helping people grow their business and different ways that we could find new business, warm markets and cold markets and everything else. So I'm good for today. You're good.